Good day, good love, and great light. Illuminators and way showers, thanks for hanging out with us. Dave and I are here having a cup of tea after our little, after cleaning off the tea cart. Here we are. So we already had a cup and took a little break, and we're inspired to do this video while we were having our tea. So here we go. So first of all, let me just say that I just realized it's been a busy day today, and I was following up on the energy of the Council of Nine. So if you can see the sacred circuit behind me up on the wall, it's number 9 for receive. So first of all, today is a big 9 energy day, which I didn't realize until a few minutes ago. So I was feeling them, and it was like I was just getting ready to turn on the camera, and it was like I could hear the Council of Nine saying, "Hey, wait, stop." And I wrote out the date, and so I wanted to show you up close now the number 9 sacred circuit from our star family and friends. So there's number 9, receive. And this message really is about what do we, as all of them are, but what our information are we ready to receive that we haven't been ready to receive before? Everything is in its own perfect timing. Every time I have a realization, I receive something new that I didn't know before, didn't realize before, and I'm able to perceive and choose act in a whole new way. So with that said, I was reminded a couple of things. First of all, the rose, this has been coming up a lot. And perhaps it's also because it's already in my vibration, and I've been looking at different plants and climbing roses. But the idea was, if you remember, we talked about the Council of Nine. We're talking about ways to connect with them. And one of them was to remember about the roses and the freesias, the flowers. And I don't know why they were continuing to remind me to bring that up. But because it's, well, I do know why, because they're showing us ways that we can better connect with each and every one of these energies and experience them in a different way and change our reality. We are so able to, I'm hearing the malleable, that our reality is so malleable that we don't even realize how we have the ability to change it. And by receiving new information, every time we are asking and receiving information in our dream states, etc., or just having a cup of tea. Like, I don't know how, the tea connected with the earth and all of that with the numbers. It doesn't really matter in the sense that it all matters. So we're inspired to do things for different reasons. And so here we are on this 9 energy day. Dave and I are having tea. And I'm reminded that as I record this, today's the 27th of January. And so as you can see, January 27th, and of course here in America, we write it a different way than you guys over across the pond. But either way, it all equals 9, and then the date equals 19, which equals 1, I hear the 1 and the centering, the number 1. Centering ourselves to receive, and then the powerful energy today of 999, being that, of course, we've got the 9 and then the 9 energy of the date, and then the from the 19. So as we sat down to record this, I realized that how that is another one of my synchronicities from the council to me to sort of synchronize and crystallize my own inspiration and connection to them. And the reason why we were inspired to sit down and do this reading today. So anyway, having tea, we're just going to pull a couple of cards. Is there anything you wanted to add today, Dave? My throat.
I should just be the silent person that just shakes the rattle.
And I've been feeling something in my throat chakra the last few days too, and I don't know, maybe it's just the dust, who knows, but whatever the reason, there's been, I don't know, just something, shaking in my throat chakra. How's that? So the tea is one of the reasons why I thought, oh, it's so soothing, and it's really good, and it's really cold and raw and rainy kind of today here in central Alabama. So it's a welcome hot treat. Yeah, okay. So I was feeling some symbols coming through, so I'll play with that as we go along, and perhaps share them maybe in a different video or maybe at the end of this video. But I wanted to share one of the first synchronicities today. Was a group that I hang out with on a chat group, and they were talking about spiders and extraterrestrials, and how when we really learn to love and appreciate the insects, bugs on our planet, and they were talking about specifically spiders, and how when you can look at them in a loving way and teach children how to look at them in a loving way instead of a spooky, scary way, the more in touch we become, of course, with our own planet, the more we're able to connect and receive and be in touch with our ET species, our families. And so so in order to become more familiar with what is here on Earth, the flowers speak to us, the scents of the flowers speak to us, the collectives of these, the flower collectives, the insect collectives, if you will, and that can also, of course, be broken down into the spider collective. So what was interesting was, of course, as I'm getting guided to what cards to share in the video, the message from your animal spirit guides kept coming up. And so I picked up the deck, and the next card, the card right there, was the spider. And the message for the spider is, trust the creative spark you're feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. So that is a direct, I feel like a direct message from all of those collectives, and including the Council of Nine, that to help us perceive and choose and act in a new way when we're in a more creative state of being, and when we can change our judgment about what we have preconceived notions are about anything like this. Dave and I actually admire the spiders here. It's like it's amazing. They're just amazing. And I've done some videos throughout the years about that and that spark of creativity. Oh, and where did it go? I was going to show you guys again. I forgot where it went. My stone that had a spider on it, my spider stone. Maybe it's back over here again. But anyway, I have my spider stone, which I was thinking about even grabbing today, so that's kind of funny. And
so these cards fell out.
Oh, okay.
And interestingly, sort of how, as certainly this year, the 9 is featured in everything. The cards that fell out of this deck, what was this?
The Psychic
Tarot Oracle deck. A number 6 and a number 1. Moving on to triumphant success.
Moving on to triumphant success through your creativity.
Now, sometimes the idea is the gifts are not always as obvious as you would think they would be. And in this case,
I'm looking to see.
If you turn them upside down, you have a 19.
Oh my gosh. Now that's really funny.
Which is today's date.
And maybe that's kind of the message for today. When you turn things upside down and we see them from a different perspective, when you shake it up and turn it upside down, yeah, you see things from a new perspective. They're showing me right now, like if you go into like a thrift store, a secondhand store, and aren't we always guided to take the object and turn it over and look at it from the bottom? Because sometimes what we read on the bottom changes our perspective about that item completely. It could confirm its worth or lack thereof. But nonetheless, it tells a story. And so I'm being reminded of the card about writing and stories. A lot of my initial channelings came through automatic writing. And I've been writing in journals all my life. I've been writing poetry all my life. And all of those tell stories. Movies tell stories. Maybe you want to be a screenwriter. You know, that just came into my mind. Writing novels, of course, writing a book. Oh, actually, I just mentioned to Dave the other day, we were talking about writing ebooks. Maybe that's something that's on your mind. And maybe it just has nothing to do with that at all. Maybe your guides or the council wants to talk to you through automatic writing. This is how we reach out and connect with our higher minds, with our multi-dimensional fractals, parallel realities. These are the tools that we use, the smells, even the pictures of things that, as do the symbols. You know, how do these symbols, but they interact with us, and this is not new. And actually, these symbols, if we talk about that for a moment, this is only 15 of what Bashar said were countless more that we have yet to even receive. But for now, he said, this will do. And I've been curious myself of how long have these symbols been around, and what other civilizations have used this simple but powerful tool. So what symbol are you creating for your success, your life, your happiness, your joy? What symbol are you putting on that? And I'm even being reminded about when we intend something, what symbol are you using? When I was looking for property, I found a picture in a magazine. It was just, and I ripped it out, and it just had a piece of property in the woods with flowers growing like a cottage in the mountains, and it had a for sale sign. And I ripped it out, stuck it in a frame, and hung it on the wall, and I just let it go. And I said, this is a symbol for me of what I want to create. I want to create the ease and flow of like selling my home and finding the perfect place. And maybe this is a message for somebody if you're being guided to move, you're being guided to go someplace. And I'm also reminded, like with us, I feel like every time we want to force that, like, let's go look for property, or let's go look on Zillow, or it doesn't happen. It doesn't feel organic. It doesn't feel spontaneous. And now I'm getting chills all over the place. So it just will happen. And using all these tools, do they make it happen? No, you do. But they're tools that we can use to inspire ourselves to be looking further out. And we just heard a video talking about somebody else talking about that. When you're not looking for it, you're not going to find it. And these tools help us look further, whatever that means. But then to let it go, to not force things to happen, to know that you already put your order in and they're bringing it to the table. Yeah, so.
Well, so we know if you're sitting at the restaurant and you place your order, and you're sitting and waiting impatiently.
Waiting for your tea.
And you start complaining to the staff about where your food is. That's not going to get it there any quicker.
And actually, it might actually, as we all know, probably slow down the process just a little bit, huh?
We have to get out of our own way. So you still have to act, but then get out of your own way and let it happen.
Let's see. I got the chills now. It's funny. Oh, and this is another animal spirit deck. So this is the Spirit Animal Oracle. And thank you guys. And I just wanted to shout out to Nadia. Thank you so much, and for your inspiration. And thanks for reminding me that I have not been putting the links to the videos of where I got the cards. And so thank you for that reminder. And I'm excited to hear that you guys are that you're inspired to go get decks for yourselves, to do your own readings, to that just brings complete joy to my heart, because it shows you guys that you're the one in control. You get to ask the universe the questions. You get to be in the driver's seat, pulling that card, and you get to feel what that feels like when you go, wow, okay, this is so synchronistic, or wow, this is bugging me, how come? All of those things you get to feel. I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills. That is what a teacher of a teacher wants to hear and see. Anybody who's here are teachers of teachers. You know that by now. So thank you for letting me know that. And I'm very excited. Thank you so much for all of your comments. And Wendy, hi. I wanted to shout out to you too. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Dave.
A lot of these decks we bought while we were out. So
actually, yeah. That's true too. Places that we have visited. And yes, so I will just get an inspiration one day. I wake up and something says there's a deck out there for you, and maybe it's just to go look on Amazon. Sometimes I will get a very specific thing, like they'll say to me, look for Sacred Geometry Oracle, look for Fairy Oracle, look for wow, that whole thing just went flying. So, well, here, let me just go with what I'm going to go with here. So this is one thing I'm going to do right now is Cat Spirit, and the number's 13. Claim your independence. Cat Spirit, and for a few reasons. My sister's initials are CAT. She loves cats. Dave and I have been watching cats.
Yeah. Look what was on the top.
Oh,
number 9.
That's funny. See, he said it out loud already. He didn't even let me show you all the synchronicities, but there it is. Number 9. So number 13 is the number for transformation. And we heard distinctly somebody say, what was in a video, Dave, where they said, like, don't mix like cats and bunnies, and the funniest thing is we've been watching these videos, and they're from Turkey, people living in the country. We really like it. We enjoy watching them, and all in harmony together are their dogs, their cats, several bunny rabbits, birds, all living in harmony right there together, snuggling, loving. So there is a message here for us, someone, and actually it was really a cat that was kind of the bridge that brought Dave and I together. As it crossed the Rainbow Bridge, it brought me a message of how to move forward in my life. So your independence, that was it. Wow, God, that kind of freaked me out, really, seriously, because that cat, for me, it really, it allowed me to claim my independence. So this is a very strong message for someone out there. Claim your independence. And we know, we people joke about it, what is it? Dogs have masters and cats have slaves. And that's not me. I didn't make it up. But just that idea that cats are, and they also, number 13, they also see into the, not the dogs don't, but cats have a way of seeing into other dimensions and parallel realities in a way that no other animals do. They also can see ethereal threads and connections to you and other objects and people. His dad is an enormous cat lover. Dave grew up with cats. That just made me think of your dad. And his sister has cats. My sister's always had cats. My mother has always had cats. And you know, my stepdad, since my mom's transition, he still has the cat. So I don't know where I'm going with all of this. Oh, and then, you know, I am feeling that, okay, it's just the general energy of the Lyran family. So, of course, I think most of us, and I'm still not clear on exactly that connection entirely, yet many people connect with, and maybe there are Lyran here who are here guiding us, and maybe that's part of this idea, whatever the connection is and however correct that may be. We have that Lyran energy that we connect to through the idea of cats. So lots of synchronicities here, maybe for us, but maybe for you as well. You know, we're always excited to hear what synchronicities may be, and no matter when it could be, even if it's, you know, weeks or months later. Sometimes, you know, the timing is, since everything is now, timing isn't what we think it is. And I'm going to show you guys the number 9 card because it's the number 9 card, and wow.
It fell out.
And it fell out. And Mama Bear, I've been called Mama Bear many, many times. The brown bear spirit, take time out, number 9. And of course, I truly resonate with the feathers, the headdress, the energy of the bear, and the bear collective. And it's winter right now where we are. So pretty soon the bear will be coming out of hibernation, I think. Nukwasha. And look at the symbol on the paw. Bear paw. And we were talking about the animal totems and the carvings in my stones. And I have a wolf paw. And I can't remember if I have a bear paw or not. You know, I'm going to look at that. But maybe that's another. So there's some more feathers. Take time out. Here they are. Now, like I said, they're in rest time. Sometimes we have to take the time out to understand what does independence mean to us. And taking that time out, whether it's in meditation, whether it's asking your guides, whether it's pulling cards for yourself, whether it's listening to these videos, taking the time out to listen. And that's another thing with the cycle, the Council of 9. That's kind of, can you find that under the pile? Maybe not. I moved it somewhere. The list of the powers. I wasn't sure. I was just guided to show you guys again, but here, I think they're right here. So here we go. Take time out with the council. And if you haven't had the opportunity to watch that Council of 9 video, it goes, you know, through this. But again, the Council of 9 has been, you know, sharing with me to help us all really delve into these in a deeper way, in a deeper, more personal way for each and every one of us to go through these cycles. And there we forget and we start over again. You forget and then you wake up and you perceive something new and you get to choose and act in a new way and have a new experience and reflect upon that experience and learn and grow. And we're talking about transforming, transcending, and forgetting and starting again. So again, all of these, come on. It just doesn't stop, you guys. Come on. Number 54. 9. The skunk spirit. Know your worth. Okay. That, you know, if every time I think the messages are over, what's the next one? 39. Know your worth. And the moth spirit, and that's the skunk spirit. Know your worth. Smelly or not? I'm like, so I'm looking at the, I see the smelly. Know your worth. Moth spirit, surrender now. Number 39, surrender now. Which also equals 12, which equals 3, which is the Trinity, body, mind, spirit, 369 energy, unlocking the keys to your universe. Well, that's it. I'm going to stop there because the messages are just going to, they'll just keep flowing, because that is what happens when you open your own door to your consciousness. The information comes flowing, the actions keep flowing, the way we choose and perceive, and all of the things that the council shares with us. Every one of you are channelers of anything you want to connect to. Anyone and anything. Shake it, Dave. Sorry, guys. Okay, that's it. Well, be playful. Okay, the sandpiper. Okay, number 6. See? The sandpiper. But there it is. Be playful, you guys. Be playful. And I said that to Dave right before we turned on the camera. I said, or a little while ago, I said, my work is my play, and my play is my work. If you have to go back and listen again, your work is your play is your work, and all of the preceding messages that we've received tonight, I think that's a beautiful way to end the evening.
Go play.
Go play. Bye, everybody. Mwah. Mwah. Mwah.